definitely still beat them in a fight. That top fight proved it. The one at Roshan Pit was way too close for comfort, barely living with two heroes. If Arteezy had gone a little bit luckier with the butterfly procs, that might have gone the other way, but he now picks up his crit.
Luck won't really be a factor for Arteezy soon, at least not against the Drone Rangers hits anymore. Jump forward, they're actually going to try and quickly take out the melee racks. This is a nice move from VP, essentially trying to move Team Secret around and get that free opening, but they still managed to get a nice three-man back over the wall on top. FNJ almost eliminated to start things off, but he managed to get up everything anyway. Arteezy gets off a great ultimate. G in the background is still going for Puppy, but Kimber can't keep him alive. They actually don't get anything out of that one. S4 forced into a buyback, though. Still, Team Secret couldn't actually really capitalize on that. I mean, you look at Virtus Pro, they're all incredibly low, but it's just the fear of the cheese and Aegis turnaround that keeps Team Secret inside the base.
Yeah, and there's no reason for them to continue to pursue that. You're so close to your base. If you lose that fight, you could just end the game right there, and VP are happy to just get away with one death and the buyback on the S4. Definitely still a net worth win for them. They're just... Alright, that line was drawn by FNG. That's probably the don't let them pass here. And
right.
The MKB is now flying in, and Arteezy, it's going to be so hard for him to survive in these fights.
So that butterfly evasion, no longer going to be a factor for the Drone Ranger anyway. What else do we have here for the side? Aghanim Scepter is actually coming in soon for Lil, plus the level 3 familiars. That's already a significant upgrade, but when you have a Drone Ranger on your team, that's an insane amount of physical damage.
Arteezy's probably got the item that's going to help him the most. He's fully completed his Satanic instead of going for the buyback. I think this is the correct choice. Even if he respawns, he's only got 16 souls, and at that point his team's lost anyways. So by just going for the full-out item buy, you say to yourself, okay, let's just play for this one fight. And the Queen of Pain doesn't have a buyback too, and she's the one core that deals damage with you. So you might as well just all in for it at this point. Especially
since the fact it's unlikely that VP will be able to chain stun him and bring him down from 100 to nothing, with the Shallow Grave always sitting behind.
FNG does have that Laguna Blade level 3 ready now, though, and I mean, this is VP's game to win. They push the tower so quickly. All it takes is one mistake from Secret. If they lose any of their cores at this point, and VP don't, it's going to be really difficult for Secret to win.
Looks like they may try and go for another opening on that melee racks in the top lane. Jump forward, start, ticking it down. Kuro takes away that link inside the Vice to follow it up. God, he needs some help here with the vacuum over the top. They actually force out the cheese.
Oh, this is so bad. VP now know that everything from Secret has been expended. That vacuum wall was a large reason why the fights were able to be won. The BKB was used on Arteezy. So was the Hex by S4. All they have to do now is go for this mid lane, ignore the wall at top. And I don't know how Secret hold this without either of those spells.
They still have S4 and Arteezy's ultimates. They're going to need some great vacuum initiation, but you can see VP, they're just leaving Illidan on the front lines right now. He has the Aegis anyway. They know as long as they don't get grouped up in a bad vacuum, they should be able to take this lane of racks. Illidan, pushed back by Arteezy. Once again, they grab the range racks.
VP are so tentative right now. They want to make absolute sure that this game is out of reach for Secret. Continuing to just prod and poke.
So much money, so much pride on the line here for VP. They cannot afford any mistakes.
Oh, here we go.
Start beating onto Arteezy. Jump in by God. Illidan is already losing his Aegis, but S4, he's in some serious trouble. Looks like the Shallow Grave keeps him alive on the side. We have a two-man vacuum. DK Phobos pops his BKB and gets away. Arteezy now pops no Satanic, and he's actually fighting up against Illidan, but is now being chased away with God, taking away the Dazzle in the background. There's going to be no more Shallow Grave anymore. S4 gets some damage out. They managed to scythe the Vice up the Drone Ranger, who's down to only 600 HP.
Arteezy's actually beating them back.
Illidan, he's actually going all in. He has to fight up against Sai, who's doing it for these kills. Will be able to pick it up. Echo Slam misses out. Laguna Blade turned around by Kuro. There goes DK Phobos, but those so tuned as S4 fall. Now they're turning around. Arteezy, he can't afford to die here. This life steal's not going to be enough. He goes down. He does not have a buyback, but the group off this vacuum. It's actually controlling him. He's got to get Illidan. He managed to get the wall hit. God makes the jump away, but he will fall as well. Sai keeps Team Secret in this for a little bit longer. FNG, he keeps on going, managed to pick up the kill on Kuro.
I mean, Zai this entire game, 10-5 and 11, doing his best as a Darkseer, but it's still only a Darkseer. G's going to respawn in short time. They've gotten the range racks and the melee racks at top. The mid one might fall soon after. They've got a Dazzle up, but that's about it. No buyback on the Shadow Fiend. The Queen of Pain's in a similar situation. Still hasn't picked up an item since that Scythe device. The Rubik has a buyback, but how much does that even matter for you as F and G, with the help of the birds, G's right behind him. I don't know if Secret can defend this, as they're going to lose 2 racks almost certainly.
Yeah, God actually jumping forward now to go for that tier 3 tower, which has no HP whatsoever. Glyph is popped, but God's still going to pick it up. Kuro is forced to expend his buyback here to defend against this scary core. Storm Spear's working on the range rack. The Familiar's on top. They're left with just one building at this point. Team Secret, 1,500 HP on a melee barracks. That's all that separates them from staying in TI and getting knocked out by Virtus Pro.
You've got to be real nervous right now because one lost fight is going to make all the difference. And VP, if they save for buybacks, they can pretty much just keep marching down that racks and then just play for the defense game. As Secret only have one hero that can really deal with mega creeps.
S4 is going to try and push out this top lane. Look at that. FNG just rolling in the items now. Vlad and Meg being picked up by him. Satanic for our Drow Ranger. There's the kind of sustain that Illidan really needed in that last fight.
Everybody from VP is actually just completely buying out right now. They're just not afraid of Secret anymore. They just feel it's one fight away from them taking the game. Even if Secret win that fight, they don't think that they can do it without losses.
DK Phobos is actually 1,000 gold away from the Shivas as well. Just listing item after item that Virtus Pro are picking up, and Team Secret don't really have anything that's going to change the course of these fights. In fact, you look at S4, he's operating on just the same Scythe of Ice that he's had for some time now.
Yeah, and G just continues to snowball on items. He's almost got enough money for his own Scythe of Ice, and once he gets that Arteezy Satanic, it's not really going to be able to do much. They've got enough crowd control for him at this point in the game. Secret afraid to leave their base right now. Not a whole lot of risk that they can take at this point. They don't have the smoke as well. They're just kind of holed up in here and waiting for VP to do whatever they want. And VP, they might even just wait out this next Aegis.
I mean, even if you suicide for it, VP should be able to get that last melee racks and force mega creeps. Can Secret actually turtle inside their base against mega creeps? You said they only really had one good hero against it. Can they actually just hold out against mega creeps, or do they have to immediately go for the rebuttal and 5-man down mid?
I think you just go for the rebuttal and 5-man down mid, but that requires you to keep at least 2 of your cores alive, and one of them has to be Arteezy at this point. He has buyback now, so this next defense is going to be easier, but it's just all about the mega creeps right now. And VP, this is going to be a sick timing for them as the Glyph is on cooldown for 2 minutes. They're about to take Aegis at the same time. This is going to be so hard for Secret to hold, and they're not even going to bother attempting to deny it.
Advantage after advantage being racked up for VP. Aegis for Illidan. Cheese being given over to FNG. They have so many items, in fact, they can wait out if they really want to.
Oh, they're smoked up.
He's got a Scythe of Ice coming in. The smoke.
Secret don't even see this coming.
He's going to have the initiation. Arteezy's our first target. Target number 1. Echo Slam being placed on him. He pops it Satanic and now turns the fight. Let's lose that ultimate. Secret actually going to lose. S4 here in a second. Save goes to Kuro. Good shot. Great save. S4. Oh, what a vacuum out. Zai lets that up beautifully. Managed to get the wall on top. And VP are actually losing some of their heroes. Aegis being popped. G, he's actually going to go down here trying to control Arteezy. They're going for the kill. Illidan, he needs it.
Oh, he misses the stun.
Control. Arteezy gets the last hit. Shallow Grave goes. He stays alive. God comes back. He needs Arteezy. Gets the kill. FNG hold up against his side, but they manage to pick up Zai instead.
Oh, the birds at the same time are stunning.
God's going to go in. He's trying to get Puppey as well next. Will easily be able to get this kill. No Shallow Grave. This means Arteezy. There's a buyback from Puppey, actually. It's 2 versus 3. Arteezy, he doesn't even have the souls necessary.
Luckily for them, though, there's not a whole lot of mana on G, and that was a miracle hold for them as the Storm Spirit is forced to buy back just to end Arteezy's life. Arteezy's forced to buy back at the same time.
He's being done here. He cannot go down. Pops the BKB. Satanic healing back up. God's actually used most of his
mana.
He's in some serious trouble with it. He actually suicides there. He's dead for a full minute. DK Phobos turning things around. They actually managed to get Puppey and FNG. He's going great for the melee racks. They're going for it. Meanwhile, the tier 4s are being threatened. S4's trying to clean that one up. But if the melee racks goes down, Team Secret champion. That's why they immediately jump on FNG. Control from the Familiars is there. S4's actually dropped very low. Melee racks will be kept alive. FNG's trying to get every last bit of damage there. S4, oh, that Fissure almost landing on him. Would have actually killed him. Kuro comes in to be able to defend. Tier 4 and melee racks are both going to stay alive here for Team Secret.
And they're about to get their Glyph back up, and successful defense by Secret as This mid tower does dip quite low, and S4 at the same time almost dies to creeps, but they managed to hold on at the same time. Arteezy finally picks up another item. He's got a full Daedalus to go along with that Satanic. And this is actually going to be really difficult for VP to win at this point. It's going to be much harder for them to push, and every single time they fail that push, it becomes so much easier for Secret to just turn it around and march down mid.
Unbelievable. Such a gigantic net worth lead for VP. Aegis, cheese, item after item that VP had in their inventory that Secret were lacking, and yet they still could not finish out this game. And the next fight's going to be even harder if they want. Does VP still go for it? Or do they have to wait out their buybacks? I mean, it would seem like if you went for the fight now and lost it, it would almost look like a throw in that you don't have buybacks. Secret then push out and maybe take even a racks of their own.
It would be... I think you might still go for it and try to apply pressure because you know that Arteezy still doesn't have the buyback, and they're just trying to do some tricky stuff with the birds here.
Those damn familiars. The flying rats that they are actually chipping away at that melee racks. The regeneration is not enough.
Oh, they might actually just take this by themselves.
The familiar's almost getting down. God's actually getting made for it. Pops the BKB. The Glyph is keeping the melee racks alive. 250 HP. God is forced to retreat.
He went in way too early. All he had to do was wait.
They're being threatened. Arteezy really wants this kill. He knows God is low on mana. The Fisher will stall him up, and they drag the creeps away. Girl making sure to pay attention to that one. Keeping those creeps away from the melee racks.
The important thing, too, is that they're keeping up ward vision at all times.
No, vacuum to stop
the courier, too.
Lil's going to be caught. There goes the courier. It ends up being dropped. Now the S4 actually jumping forward. They're trying to get DK bubbles. Pops the BKB, turns around Fisher, but S4 is there with the right clicks. Never mind. He actually got chain stunned down. FG goes for the kill. He gets S4. A buyback immediately comes out. S4 has to pay attention to this melee racks. Illidan was already pushing down that bottom lane. Secret playing this game on the edge of a
just running
right
in right now. They have no ward vision for him. He's just going to plink down on this tower. They don't have Glyph anymore.
Melee racks, it's actually going to fall. The last right click is there. Illidan gives up his life, it seems, to be able to get the mega creeps. Now they're actually jumping forward. Puppy's going to go down to God at the same time. Illidan will be right clicked down by S4 and Arteezy.